Ben, how frustrated are we not to hang on for all 3 points tonight?
Yeah, massively. Like, I felt like we controlled the game. We had a lot of chances that they weren't like glaring chances, but if on another day you hit 4 or 5 in and you go home 4 or 5-0 winners, but it was difficult, and you knew when it was 1-0 the momentum they've got, they're always going to be a threat. So it was tough to take, but I feel like it's not a bad point there. They're obviously doing really well in the league, so we just had to be. It's 5 games without a loss and 3 wins, so you just have to take the positives from it, really.
I feel like we're really settling into this style as a team to be so comfortable when the other team's got the ball, because we seem so compact and so solid.
I think you've seen that in the last few games. It's going to take something special to break us down. Like, even if you look at the chance at Barrow they had, they were all from outside the box. There was no real clear-cut chance other than the second minute of the game, and then today the guy's got it on his weaker foot from the edge of the area and curled it top corner, so there's not really much you can do about that. And so I think we're very good at letting the other teams have the ball because of how good we are when in transition as well, because when we get the ball and we break, we've got the likes of Jimmy, Ryan, Luke James, Nicky Kabamba that are flying forwards, and teams almost, it's a bit like Liverpool when they don't have the ball. They're a huge threat because as soon as they win it they just go, and they're like the Red Arrows almost. So I think that's massive for us, that we know in transition we're excellent.
And as you say, on another night we'd have scored more than one, wouldn't we?
Yeah, we would have scored a fair few. I think JK's blocked it. Jimmy's one off the line. There's a few just dragged past the post. Jimmy's had a few chances as well. So I think it is. You say on another day you go home 5-0 winners, but today it just wasn't to be.
And as you say, you've got to be on reflection. You know, it's another game chalked off without defeat, and it just rolls us on with confidence, doesn't it?
Yeah, massively. After the start of the season, I think since we've changed the shape, we've looked a lot stronger, and I think everyone in this change room knows the quality of the squad, and we know we are one of the best teams in this league, if not the best in depth of the squad. And I think that's really going to start to show from now on until the end of the season, because we've got the confidence and the belief now to go and show that to everyone else.
And we showed it tonight on the telly. It was quite an entertaining game, wasn't it, for BT Sport to film?
Well, maybe for the spectators, but it was okay. I thought we nullified them quite well. They didn't have too many chances other than they had a header that I've comfortably saved, and I think their goal.
One down to your left.
Yeah, but other than that, they didn't really have any chances, and we kept them at bay quite well. So it's tough to take because the guys hit a worldie. So.
On a personal note, how would you assess your first 5 or 6 weeks in a Pool shirt?
Started badly. Not badly. It was a hard start because the team wasn't doing well, and I personally wasn't doing well, and it got difficult for me at a time because I was getting a lot of criticism. And as hard as it is as a player, like, as strong as you are mentally, it's always going to affect you, and you're always going to hear it. And especially it got to a point where it's coming from the home fans as well, and I'm not naive. Like, you hear stuff, people tell you stuff, so you know what's going on. And it got to a point where I was trying to chase a performance and trying too hard to play well, and I think that was my biggest problem to begin with. And then the work Ross has done with me is fantastic. He took all the pressure off me. He said to me, you're an excellent keeper, and that's why you're here, so just go out there and show yourself. You don't need to try and chase games. You don't need to prove to people what you are is good enough. And I think over the last few games, the 5 games especially, I've shown that to people that I am good enough, and I think it's just, hopefully it'll continue like that. Yeah.
Has it simply been down just to relax into your role, I suppose?
Yeah, I think, as I said, the first game we were conceded after 8 minutes, and I should have done better with a goal. So from then it was like I felt like I had to try and prove myself after that. And as I said, like, throughout my career I've always been quite susceptible to trying to chase a performance and trying too hard to do well because I want to do so well so badly, that I think that was the case for the first few games. And then I've taken a step back and just thought about I am good enough, and I just think I've just proven that and just relaxed a lot more over the last few games. Yeah.
I guess it can be a lonely world being a goalkeeper at times, so having someone like Ross with his vast experience must have helped massively.
Yeah, it's huge. That was one of the main reasons I signed for the club, was because I'm working under someone that's won the Champions League, and he's been up there at the highest level. So even if it's not the technical aspects of the game, it's the mental side of the game, which is probably the hardest part of goalkeeping. So that was apparent for me now in that phase. He helped me massively mentally through that period of time. So credit to him, and credit to all the staff and the players that I've managed to come through it. Well, not come through it because it wasn't that bad, but I'm doing well now, so hopefully long may it continue.
Has Ross won the Champions League? It's not mentioned it.
No, I don't think he's mentioned it. I think, was it 2012?
Moving forward now, another long trip this weekend, and it just must feel like you can't wait to get back out there and keep the momentum building.
I think it's a welcome break, a week off. Like, we've had 10 games in, I think it's 5 weeks now, so it's a stupid amount of games early on in the season, and I think we were on a good run, but the break will be massive for us, everyone just to take a breather, get a bit of a good full week of training, because it doesn't feel like we've had a full week of training. It's just preparing for a game. So I think the week off will be massive for us to go into Dagenham and get the win, hopefully.